Hello everyone, I am Deep Patel from the Department of Mechanical Engineering. In the last lecture, we have discussed about the 4-stroke petrol engine and diesel engine and 2-stroke petrol engine and diesel engine. So, in this lecture, I am going to start numericals related to the 4-stroke engine and the 2-stroke engine. Okay, but before calculating the numerical, you need to understand some values or some equations, that is the mechanical efficiency, indicated power, brake power, indicated thermal efficiency, brake thermal efficiency, all these equations. Okay, so while calculating the example, we will learn these terms, that is what is the meaning of indicated power, brake power, and what are the equations while calculating the example. Okay, so let us start the example number 1. So in the example number 1, the following readings were taken during the test of the single cylinder 4-stroke engine. Now, single cylinder. Okay, so here they mention the engine is single cylinder engine, and second they have mentioned it is the 4-stroke engine. So this is the numerical of 4-stroke single cylinder engine. Okay. Now, what the data they have given? First, they have given the cylinder diameter, that is equals to say 270 mm. Okay. Next, stroke length. Stroke length means L. Capital L is given 380 mm. Okay. Next, they have given mean effective pressure, that is equals to 6 bar. Next, the engine speed. Engine speed is equals to 250 rpm, and the net load on the brake, that is the 1000 Newton. Okay. Next, effective brake diameter, that is the 1.5 meter, and fuel which is used, that is the 10 kilogram per hour. Next, they have given calorific value of the fuel, that is equals to 44400 kilojoule per kilogram. Okay, so these are data is given. Now what we need to calculate? First of all, we have to calculate brake power, then indicated power, next mechanical efficiency, and fourth is the indicated thermal efficiency. Now, so first of all, what is the meaning of indicated power and the brake power? So the meaning of indicated power is that the power which was generated by burning of the fuel inside the cylinder, that power is known as the indicated power. Okay. Next is the brake power. Now what is the meaning of brake power? So the power which is reached to the crankshaft, that is known as the brake power. So let us take one example to understand this. By burning of the petrol, if the power is generated inside the engine during the power stroke, that is the 100 kilojoule, then that 100 kilojoule power is known as the indicated power. Now, some amount of the power from that 100 kilojoule is wasted into the friction and into the heat loss. So ultimately the power which will be reached to the crankshaft will be lesser than that the 100 kilojoule. So we can say that the power which is available at the crankshaft after the loss, that is known as the brake power. Okay, so always we can say that the brake power will be lesser than the indicated power if we compare both the power. Okay, now third is the mechanical efficiency. What is the meaning of mechanical efficiency? Mechanical efficiency is the ratio of brake power to the indicated power. Okay, so we can say that how much amount of the power is lost during the process. Okay, so that we can see from the amount of mechanical efficiency. Next is the indicated thermal efficiency. So the indicated thermal efficiency can be found with the help of the indicated power. Okay, so the formula of indicated thermal efficiency is indicated power upon the mass of fuel into the calorific value. Okay, so by the value of indicated thermal efficiency, what information we can get? Okay, so let us take one example to understand indicated thermal efficiency. If the stored energy or the chemical energy which is stored into the petrol is 120 kilojoule, now this stored energy is come into the engine. Now combustion is start, and due to the combustion some power is generated, that power is the indicated power. So here you can understand that the entire chemical energy will not converted into the heat energy. Okay, the some amount will be the loss. Okay, so we can say that 120 kilojoule was initially stored into the petrol, that is the stored energy or the chemical energy. of that the 100 kilojoule is converted into the heat energy. So the indicated thermal efficiency shows the relation between the converted energy and the stored energy. Okay, so we can say that it is the ratio of indicated power to the mass of fuel into the calorific value. Okay, so these are the four terms we need to find in this example. So let us start the calculations. Okay, so these are the given data. That is the small d, it is the diameter 270 mm. So we can convert it into the SI unit 0.27 meter. Length of stroke, that is the 0.38 meter. Now next is the mean effective pressure. This is the 6 bar. So we can convert it into the Pascal, that is the SI unit, 6 multiplied by 10 raised to 5 Pascal. Next the RPM is given, that is the 350, and the force that is given, brake load is given 1000 Newton. Next diameter, that is 1.5 meter, and the mass of fuel which is consumed, that is 10 kilogram per hour, and the calorific value which is the stored energy, that is 44400 kilojoule per kg. These all values are given. So let us start the calculation. The first is the indicated power. So the formula of the indicated power is equals to PLAN divided by 60,000. Okay, so all the values are given. If we put all the value, then we can get indicated power as 38.075 kilowatt. Okay, so this is the value of indicated power. So we can say that 38 kilowatt power is generated inside the engine. Okay. Now next we have to find the brake power. The formula of brake power is 2 pi nt by 60,000. Okay, so 2 pi means 3.14, and n is the RPM of the engine, that is already we have, and the torque. Torque is the force into radius divided by 60,000. So we can put all the values, that is 2 multiplied by 3.14 multiplied by 350, that is the RPM, and the force into the value of radius, and divide by 60,000, then we can get the brake power is equals to 27.49 kilowatt. Okay, so here you can compare both the power, that is first was the indicated power, that is 38 kilowatt, and here you can see the value of brake power is 27 kilowatt. So always the brake power will be less than the indicated power. Okay, so you can see from this value also. Now next we have to find the mechanical efficiency. So the mechanical efficiency is equals to brake power divided by the indicated power. Okay, so we have both the value of brake power and indicated power. So we can write the brake power upon indicated power, and we will get the value of mechanical efficiency as 72.2%. Okay, so this is the value of mechanical efficiency. Now fourth we have to find the brake thermal efficiency. So the brake thermal efficiency is the brake power divided by mass of fuel into the calorific value. So we can find brake thermal efficiency as brake power is 27.49 kilowatt, mass of fuel and calorific value already we have. So we can put all the value, then we can get the brake thermal efficiency as 22.29%. Okay, so this is the value of brake thermal efficiency. Now we are going to the second example. A four cylinder 4-stroke engine is used to produce 200 kilowatt of the power at 2500 rpm. Okay, so here you have to understand that here the cylinder is total 4. Okay, so the number of cylinder is changed. In the previous example there was only one cylinder, but the engine was 4-stroke. Here there are total 4 cylinder and the engine is 4-stroke. So here we have to multiply it by the 4, so we can easily understand. Okay. Next the RPM is given, that is the 2500 RPM. Next stroke to bore ratio is given, that is the 1.2. Stroke to bore ratio means L by D. L is the stroke and bore means the diameter of cylinder. So L by D ratio, that is given 1.2. If the mean effective pressure is equals to 10 bar and the mechanical efficiency is 81%, then calculate bore and stroke of the engine. So let us understand this. What we need to find, here we have to find bore and stroke. So we have to find stroke length L and the cylinder diameter, that is the D. Okay. So the given data is this. The number of cylinder, that is indicated by K, is equals to 4. Next is the brake power, that already given 200 kilowatt. RPM is given 2500 RPM. L by D ratio is 1.2. So we can write L is equals to 1.2 D. Next, the mean effective pressure, that is the 1 bar, and the mechanical efficiency is 0.81 per 0.81. So it is the 81% that is already given. So let us start the calculations. So we know the formula of mechanical efficiency as brake power by indicated power. So from this formula we can get the value of indicated power as brake power upon the mechanical efficiency. Now we know the value of brake power, that is 200 upon mechanical efficiency, that is the 0.81. So you can get the value of indicated power as 246.914 kilowatt. Okay. Next, the indicated power. Indicated power, the formula of indicated power is equals to PALN divided by 60,000. It is for single cylinder. Now here we have to multiply it by the 4 cylinder. That is the, we have to multiply with K. Okay, so here you can write the formula as PLAN into K divided by 60,000. Okay, so we have put all the value, then we can get the value of diameter is equals to 0.1465 meter. Okay, so this is the value of diameter of the cylinder. Okay, so first we have find the diameter. Now next we have to find the stroke length. So we know the relation between the diameter and the stroke length, that's L by D is equals to 1.2. This data is already given in the example. So we can write L by D is equals to 1.2, so that L equals to 1.2 D. So here you can write 1.2 into 0.1465. So you can write L is equals to 0.1758 meter. Okay, so here we have find the stroke length and the diameter. The value of diameter is 0.1465 meter and the value of stroke length is 0.1758 meter. Okay. Next, we are moving towards the example number 3. The following data is available for the two-stroke diesel engine. So here you have to understand the example is changed. The previous two examples are the examples of the four-stroke engine. Now here is the example of the two-stroke engine. Okay. What the data they have given? First they have given bore. Bore means the diameter of cylinder, that is the 10 centimeter. Next the stroke length, that is the 15 centimeter. Engine speed 1000 rpm. Torque which is developed inside the engine, that is the 58 Newton into meter. Next, mechanical efficiency eta m, that is the brake power by indicated power, that is 80%. Indicated thermal efficiency is 40% and the calorific value of the fuel is 44,000 kilojoule per kilogram. Okay. Now what we need to find? Indicated power, mean effective pressure and the brake specific fuel consumption. Okay. So we know the meaning of indicated power and the mean effective pressure. Now here the new term is come, that is the brake specific fuel consumption. So that we have to understand, that we will discuss while we are going to calculate BSFC, that is the brake specific fuel consumption. But let us first find the indicated power and the mean effective pressure. So let us start the calculations. So these are the given data. So first of all, brake power is equals to 2 pi nt divided by 60,000. Okay, so we can find the brake power from this, that is the 2 multiplied by 3.4, and that is the rpm is already given, and torque 58 is given. So we can get the value of brake power as 6.073 kilowatt. Next, we know the value of mechanical efficiency as brake power divided by the indicated power. Already the mechanical efficiency is given, that is the 80%, and brake power we have already find, that is the 6.073 kilowatt. So from this value we can find the indicated power as 7.59 kilowatt. Also you can see from these two values, from the brake power and the indicated power, you can easily say that always brake power will be lesser than the indicated power. Okay. Now next we have to find the mean effective pressure. So we know the formula of the indicated power, that the PLAN divided by 60,000. Okay, so here PM is the mean effective pressure. So if we put all the values, then we can get the PM is equals to 3.866 bar. Okay, so this is the value of mean effective pressure. Now we know that the indicated thermal efficiency is equals to indicated power by mass of fuel into calorific value. That term we have already discussed, that what is the meaning of indicated thermal efficiency. So we can find here indicated thermal efficiency is equals to IP, that is the indicated power upon mass of fuel into calorific value. So from this data we can get the value of the mass of fuel. So the mass of fuel is equals to 1.5529 kilogram per hour, that is the fuel consumption. Okay. So MF equals to 1.5529 kilogram per hour. Okay. Now we need to find the BSFC, that is the brake specific fuel consumption. So before going to calculate BSFC, we need to understand what is the meaning of BSFC. So the brake specific fuel consumption is the ratio of mass of fuel consumed to the brake power. So we can say that to produce 1 kilowatt brake power, what is the amount of fuel that needs to be consumed or which needs to be used while producing the brake power. So that is the value of BSFC. Okay. Now here we have already the value of mass of fuel and the brake power, so we can use that value, that is the mass of fuel 1.5529 and the brake power is already 6.073. So we can get the value of BSFC, that is the brake specific fuel consumption, as 0.2257 kilogram per kilowatt hour. Okay, so this is the value of brake specific fuel consumption. Okay, so this is what all about today's lecture. In today's lecture we have discussed total 3 numericals. First 2 numericals was of the 4-stroke engine. In the 4-stroke engine we have discussed about the single cylinder numerical, that is the first numerical, and the 4-cylinder or the multi-cylinder numerical, that was the second numerical. And then we have discussed about the 2-stroke engine and the 2-stroke engine numerical. In this we have find the value of BSFC. Okay, so this is the end of today's lecture. Thank you.